All right. So first of all, you mean to tell me that 70% of the world wants to be self-employed? I'm going to tell you in this video why people are soft and not as passionate as they say they are. And I'm going to call out these rappers specifically, but it's not just these rappers that want to have a successful career as a musician or a rapper or singer or whatever it is. It is a large percent of the world that fails to actually do whatever it is that they want to do. So I'll tell you this. The thing that the poor and the wealthy have in common is they both want to be successful, or they want to be wealthy, right? That's their similarity. If you look at the whole world, the wealthy and the poor, obviously there's a larger percentage of people that are poor than wealthy, right? And the difference between those two is one of them actually is wealthy and one of them isn't, but the reason why is very simple. A lot of people think, I've asked this question before, what do you think the difference is between the two people? And, people sit there and, they think, they come up with the wildest stuff too, like, they didn't come from a wealthy family, or, they're just, the poor aren't as lucky. It's none of that, guys. It's very simple. But the answer to this question is, one of them has the willpower. One of them has completely different habits. Their brain is programmed completely differently. They have the drive. They have more than just the passion, but they have the passion for it. Maybe they love what they do, maybe they don't, but either way, their habits are completely different. I don't think, if you guys have ever, I don't know if you guys read much, you should. I just recently, over the past year, started reading more, so I understand what it's like to not care to read. But reading is super, super powerful. We already know this, guys. I'm not going to, rant about it, but there's a book called Atomic Habits you guys need to read, okay? And I may not quote this completely right, but it talks about how your thoughts are what control your feelings, and your feelings are what control your actions. And the actions that you take basically creates your character, something along those lines. But I definitely do believe I know for sure it's your thoughts control your feelings. But it's crazy because you really, when you look at it like that, you can literally be anything that you want to be in life, right? What you see around you externally is a representation of where you are at mentally. If you don't have the life that you want, it's because you haven't become the person you need to become to have that life. So if that's the case, and you understand that you can be anything you want, then you need to start rewiring your brain. Rich Dad Poor Dad, that's a great example. I've never actually fully read the book myself. I've literally watched YouTube videos that summarizes the book, okay? And I 100% love what I've heard about it. So there's a lot of very powerful concepts in that book as well. You can look up, influence, the art of persuasion. You can look up the 6 key principles that it talks about in that book. I think there's more, but they're like the 6 main principles. You can look it up on YouTube. Somebody goes over each one of them. Write it down. Take notes. These are all extremely powerful tools to kind of have in your toolkit, I guess you could say. But to the point, as a rapper or a musician, you have to treat yourself as a business, right? Because you are one. And when you are jumping into the music industry, it's not just about the music, guys. I like to tell people I call it the music business. Everybody calls it the music business. That's what it is. You can't just focus on creating music. You can't just focus on the talent. I know so many people who just sing at home and in the showers and in the car and are, I know some people that sing better than Beyonce, okay? And that's like up here, you know what I'm saying? And they're not famous, they're not successful as a singer. It's not just about the talent anymore, okay? It's music business. So when it comes to even just self-employment, like we were talking about originally, 70% of the world wants to be self-employed. I hope I didn't already say the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway, just in case. Do you know what percentage of people are actually self-employed right now? Go ahead and guess. I'm going to give you a second. Go ahead and guess. Throw a number out there. I bet it's lower than what you said. It's 6%. Okay, just think about that for a second. 6%. 70% of the world wants to be self-employed, but 6% actually is. You know how, like, so most people are probably sitting there saying, wow, like that's pretty crazy. Like I knew it'd be low, but not that low. But at the same time, it's not that crazy to me. It's not that crazy, guys, because, and the reason I say that is it's not that crazy. It's like, most of the world is just fucking floating through their life. just wake up 7 a.m., eat breakfast, get to work by 8:30, be done, start at 9, do this for fucking hours until lunch break, smoke break, and then come back in and do this again for a couple more hours. And then they get home, they get off of work, yes, I'm done. They get home, fucking kick their shoes off, they're waiting for dinner, turn on the TV, sit in a lazy boy chair, go outside, smoke a couple cigarettes, fucking come back inside, scroll Facebook, and fucking go to sleep and wake up and do it again, okay, until they're 70 years old and capable of retiring, if they're even capable at that point. They're not, yeah, you know, I wish one day I could do this and that, da 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 da. It's like the story of, like, you know, giving a poor man a poor man hits the lottery, right? It is highly likely that this poor man, if he doesn't have the proper guidance or even the willpower to actually seek guidance or hear his guidance out, he's going to go broke. You know, just because you have that money. Currently, money spends like this. We know that, right? We can all relate to that. You know, you work for a whole month, you work for a whole week for that paycheck. It takes you a week to make it, but it takes you a second to spend it, right? Once you start to, I've seen people with my own eyes come across large sums of money and call me 8 months, 10 months later trying to sell me something small for a very small price, okay? Like, and I've seen people run up $200,000 a month for 3 months and they are collecting food stamps now. It's, you know, working with musicians and rappers and these types of people, you see people, it's like a glitch, like they're creating money daily, pulling it out of ATMs, okay, like, and they're buying Gucci belts and Supreme and who even know, dirt bikes and stuff, you know. It's like, what are you doing, okay? Especially if you're getting the money illegally, you got to invest that money into something to make it legally, okay? Start a business, educate yourself, you know. It's just blows my mind. But yeah, I guess that would be a little bit of my rant for today, guys. I woke up, literally didn't do a damn thing to my, you know, I'm not even wearing a shirt. Went to the store and grabbed a drink and came back and was like, you know what, I'm gonna throw the camera up. Last night I ordered a wireless microphone off of the TikTok shop, okay, and a phone, what the hell, a tripod, and a couple of other things. So I want to make more videos. I want to connect with you guys. I want to make more content. So more content is going to be coming soon. I want to just kind of hop on here and talk to you guys, tell you a little bit about what I'm thinking, do a couple rants, build a community, and a lot more stuff in the future. I'm not going to talk too much about it. So other than that, we're going to go ahead and hop off here. Hopefully you guys can hear me decently right now, but just know that the audio is going to be a lot better here soon as I get the wireless microphone. And then I'm going to have a shirt on or something, so that way I can clip it. Yeah, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Cheers.